So I'm going to be showing you the do's and don'ts when you have hooded eye. So let's start off. So on the don't side, I'm going to do which we commonly and normally do, which is to place it in the outer corner and the crease. So this is my crease and I'm just going to put my brush into my crease and apply a little bit of brown eyeshadow. So coming to the do side, what we're going to be doing is to place it in the outer corner and extend it into a V shape over here. So I'm placing it correctly in this area first, closest to the lash line. And now I'm just going to start pulling my brush in this angle, which is basically along the tilt of my outer corner. And we're going to slowly take it out into a V past the crease. So this is going to help us to give us a little bit of lift and also to make our eyes look more bigger and less droopy. With just this color placement, you can see the difference it's made between both the eyes. And now post this to apply it into the crease, we're going to do it with our eye open. So it's essential that when you have a hooded eye, you apply your crease eyeshadow with your eyes open. So I'm going to keep my eyes open and I'm applying a little bit of color above my crease. That way it's going to be seen when my eyes are open. So make sure that your eyes are open as you're doing this step. That way you know how much higher you want the color to be placed and you can maintain the shaping as well. Okay, so we're just going to blend this eyeshadow out with a lighter transition brown. So working on our hooded eye, we're going to first focus on blending the eyeshadow. I'm going to consistently work on just pulling it upwards instead of moving my brush in a downwards angle. So it's always a front-back motion to give us more length and elongation and to lift our eye. That way this entire area above the hood is having more of color. So it actually opens your eyes when your eyes are open rather than making it look like it's much more closed. So as you go towards the outer area, imagine that you're making small ticks. So you're just pulling the brush outwards like this as you're doing it. And that is going to give you that elongated, lifted look. And it's going to increase the space over here above the hooded area. So let's do a shimmer application on the don't side. We're just going to apply it all over the lid and take it all the way till the outer corner like how we usually do. So on the do side, I'm just going to pack the shimmer all across the lid area. And then I'm going to start applying it a little on the crease too. So I'm going to intentionally place a little bit of shimmer in the crease and slightly above the crease, extending the height more towards this inner corner area and curving that till the inner corner right here. So that way this entire space, which is extremely hooded, is going to catch more light because of the shimmer and it's going to open your eyes, creating the illusion that you have a much more larger eye space and also creating the illusion of bigger eyes even though you have a hooded eye. So I'm going to use the same shimmer on a much more smaller brush and we're going to start taking it downwards in this inner corner. So we're not going to go towards the nose. Rather, I'm going to extend it this way. So I'm kind of compensating for the crease area and I'm adding more of light in this space. So jumping into eyeliner, I'm just going to do a normal liner like how we usually do all across the lid on this eye. So I'm just going to create a regular eyeliner, no wing or anything, just something as simple as this. So with the basic eyeliner, it takes up maximum space, which makes your eyes look more droopy and smaller. So typically with most of us who have a hooded eye, we would have very less space in this area. So we are going to focus our eyeliner more towards the end. That way it gives us the lifted look without us having too much product. So what I'm going to do is to start my liner more toward the middle of the lid. And I'm going to start by just making something really small and thin. And I'm going to make it a little thicker towards the outer corner. Once that's done, we can just make really small strokes and take it all the way till the inner corner and keep it as thin as possible. The thinner, the better. So if you want to enhance it further, you can just create a tiny baby wing over here. We already do have the lift from the eyeshadow, but this is just if you want to give it a little more drama. So when it comes to the lower lash line, what we would typically do is to just apply a good amount of brown all the way back and front. So instead of doing that, all that I'm going to be doing is to just apply a little bit of color in this outer area alone and go a little lighter. That way it's not too intense and it takes away the drama from the lid then. So ensure that you're using a pair of lashes like this, which is shorter towards the inner side and longer towards the outer side. That way it gives you that elongating look. So I just went in with a little more of a heavier pair and something which is more rounded. And that does not work if you have hooded eyes compared to this side, which is barely there in the beginning. And there's a little bit of wispiness towards the end alone. So these are some of the don'ts and the do's for hooded eyes. I hope you guys found this video helpful and make sure you like and subscribe. So stay tuned for more. Until next time, bye-bye.